What's up, my fellow TSNP holders? TSNP is currently trading at 6.11 after the reverse split. So I know a lot of you guys are probably looking at your portfolio like, what is going on because I can't sell the shares or whatever the case might be. I use TD Ameritrade, so I don't really know in regards to other platforms, but the ticker itself changed to TSNPD, and they're apparently supposed to change to Humble HMBL on March 26th, so it's not that far away. How do we trade it? I don't know. And if you guys are investing into TSNP, aka Humble, there really shouldn't be any reason that you're looking at it so closely, because it's obviously doing its own thing. It's been pretty consistent after the reverse split that we are getting some nice momentum upwards. So if you look at the 5-day 5-minute chart, we've just been on an uprising. And today's formation, which this video is recorded on 3/1, probably gonna release on 3/3, so I'm sorry about that. The prior video, if you guys watched that, I said the SPY looked bearish. We did call the high probable bounce area, and I'm stupid for not actually getting out of my puts. I'm actually down on my puts today. But the fact that we held this trend line and the high probable bounce area at 378, which we did call, but I was just stupid and a little biased, kind of ruined my position because I was up 20% on my puts for that day, and I closed it out today for a 50% loss. The fact that we held up, I could see this wedge playing to completion. So as of right now, we are in calls, and we did actually take some calls for profit. As you can see here, 50% and 28%. However, hopefully we do hit the high, which is the 400 that everyone has been talking about. And, obviously we're probably going to play a little zigzags and stuff like that around here, because it doesn't just go up, down, up, down. It's going to have some sort of consolidation or whatever the case might be. Remember that the stimulus is coming out. I think the deadline is March 14. So you're going to have a lot of movement, hopefully to the upside. We are in calls now, and just for the general portfolio, it might be better for us in total. So I am down $2,000 from my puts, but my portfolio is up a total of $7,000 today. Well, not this account, but on my investment account. So those puts, the reason they're so nice is because they can act as a hedge in the case that you are afraid that the market might move a certain way. So even though we did take a loss on that, our portfolio held up because of this rise. So it wasn't that bad of a day. I should have just listened to myself, but it is what it is. And going on back to TSNPD, we did release a video on this prior. Where do we think it's going? Man, we don't know. TSNP is now above the $4 mark. If you wanted to get into the NASDAQ, you need to be above $4 for a certain amount of time. I think we are going to be listed on the NASDAQ sometime soon. We already made it out the OTC pink sheets and now onto the OTC QB markets. And we have a lot of things coming for Humble. But an investment, don't try to always monitor it so closely, because it is going to be volatile. You have 13% days, today a 26% day, tomorrow you might have a negative 15% or plus 40. It's going to be constantly moving, and that's just part of the game. So, have a time horizon for your investments and stick to it, because not everything is going to just go up. Contrary to popular belief now, not everything's gonna go straight up. So that's a little update on Humble. Another one that I want to give to you guys as a gem is IZRL, the ARK ETF for Israel's technology sector. I really like this one, mainly because it didn't go up as dramatic as all the other ones, although it is up close to, for the year, I believe, right? Let me see. Yeah, so far for the year, we're probably up close to 150, 60%. But if you look at the other ones, I mean, RQ or, just ARK, we're up close to what, 300%. And IZRL is a little behind, but there's a few stocks in IZRL that are very, very bullish for me, and that includes TSEM, and that's Tower Semiconductors. As we all know, semiconductors are doing really good, and Tower Semiconductor is not as overbought or pumped up like every other one. Obviously, the other ones probably still have more upside. I'm not saying that they don't, but I rather and I love to play stocks that have a lot more potential to run compared to what we are having currently with AMD and NVIDIA. You know, I used to play AMD, but now for me, it's time to move on and change, because there is a time that growth is going to slow down. You know, on the intraday chart, we look bullish as well. We're consolidating near the highs. So by the time that this video gets released, I believe that we might be a little further up, probably around the 35.11 level. IZRL is a great long-term investment in my opinion. This is not financial advice, as always, but let's show you guys the holdings of ARK Israel. So TSEM, Tower Semiconductor, it's 1.59% of their weight. Let me actually move this up here so you can see. Another one to look at is Gillette Satellite Networks. I'm sure a lot of you guys heard about this one because it got pumped pretty hard, but they have a great selection, I would say. You know, Gillette holds most of the weight within the fund, and GILT over here, we are also consolidating near, we're consolidating near a supply level. Above that, it'll be at 1602. So I think we have a great opportunity to go up. Wix is a great holding. RADA, I used to know of this when it was a penny stock. I don't know exactly what it does, but Fiverr, that's another great one. I think Fiverr is humongous. TSEM, like I said, this one's great. So I think this specific ETF is going to be great. I think that we're very behind Nano Dimensions and NDM. A lot of you guys know about that one for the 3D printing. I would say check it out, you know, look at it. Obviously, don't just trust me to trust me. I thank you guys for the support and look into this. I think there's tremendous growth opportunities. A lot of the companies here are not too overbought, so I think there's a huge potential here. Check it out and stop always trusting people. Do your own due diligence. But that's all I have for you guys today. IZRL, TSNP, and the general market direction. So like I said, I think we could hit 392.33. We might be bouncing around levels until we reach the high of 400, which everyone has been waiting for over here. As you can see, the movement up today for the day, we're half of yesterday and the day prior. So that's one thing to be cautious about. Our MACD looks bullish now. You know, we can most likely hit the 400 level. It's just we're going to be bouncing around this level, maybe 392, 388 before another ride up. So we're in a different century now. You know, it's now buying the dip sentiment. There's a bunch of money now. More people are aware of investing. There's so much more technology. We're somewhat moving into a new phase of technological innovation. So a lot of these things that I'm going to say in regards to being bear biased might not work anymore. You know, inflation or, you know, tanking the market because of this, and that. I don't know. I'm confused myself, but if any of you guys know anything about TSNPD, please drop it into the comments. Subscribe, and we really appreciate you being here. Let's work together to be financially free. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.